This is my self-evaluation for speech one. Starting with the introduction, I liked my intro. Thought it was one of the stronger points of my speech. With a little bit more work, I probably could have perfected this, but overall, I was happy with how I started. For my attention getter, I gave 13 points. Relevance to topic for the audience, I gave 15 points. Credibility, 15 points. Thesis statement, I gave 13 points. The preview to the body, I gave 13 points. So for the introduction, I gave 14 overall points. I thought it was very relevant to the audience. The documentary team was in the audience, so it was appropriate for them. I do think that my thesis could have been a little bit stronger, though. Going into the body, I thought this was good, but not great. At some points, I got wordy, and so the content, I think, maybe a little bit affected the way I spoke and the way I delivered it. But overall, I thought it was still pretty good. For the clear and main points and claims, I gave 25 points. For my arguments, I gave 23.5 points. The supporting material was 22 points. Oral source citation, I gave 25 points. Organization, I gave 26.5 points. My transitions, I gave 22 points. My style, I gave 26.5 points. So for the body, I gave 24 overall points. I thought it was well done, but I probably could have strengthened up every section within the body, with just running through it multiple times. For the conclusion, I thought this was well done. I thought I transitioned into it well. I thought it tied into the intro nicely. Just probably could have been cleaned up a little bit. For preparing the audience, I gave 13 points. The thesis and main points summarized, I gave 13.5 points. Closing in reference to the intro and other devices, I gave 13.5 points. So for the conclusion, I averaged out 13.5. I thought my conclusion was pretty smooth. I probably could have delivered it a little bit better. But I really liked using that last quote, which talks about beauty, because filming is an art form. So I wanted to reiterate the beauty behind all of this in the end, and so I thought that was kind of a creative way, and so I really liked how that turned out. For the delivery, this was the section I was most disappointed in. Usually, it's something I excel in, but I don't think I was as prepared as I could have been. So it didn't come across as nicely as it should have. In the outlining video, you say that preparation is the key to eloquence. I think this is very clear in my speech when I was rewatching it. Eye contact was very weak. I gave 13.5 points. Voice, 14. Gestures and movement, 14. Preparation and practice, 13.5. So for delivery, I gave 14 overall points. I was reading off the note cards too much. I stumbled over my words a little bit, but I still think I recovered fairly well. So delivery is something I definitely need to strengthen going forward. For the overall impression, I thought it was a good content, a good topic, but I wish I could have delivered it better. Was the topic challenging? I gave 18 points. Adapted to the audience, I gave 17.5 points. My visual aids, I gave 15 points, and the overall impression was 17 points. I thought this was very relevant for the audience to hear because the rest of the documentary team was my audience. However, probably could have tied it into the ethics and the English portion a little bit stronger, but I still think my overall impression was pretty good. So the total points that I gave myself for this speech was 83 out of 100 points, which is good, but I think there's definitely room for improvement in the next speech.